What's up, comic fans? It has been a while, but I am back with a new comic book day haul. So I want to share these comics that I got with you. A lot from this week. We're going to go quickly through last week because I missed last week. Missed you guys, but we're back. Vacation was excellent. You people have asked. I've had a great time. Didn't miss a beat, but as soon as I got back, I was like, I gotta make some videos. Gotta make some videos for the comic fam. So comic fans, we'll be right back after this. So welcome back. We got a lot of books to go through, so let's do it. But before we go through the books, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, go ahead and like, comment, leave a comment. I love talking to you guys, and share. All right, so let's get through the books. Got a nice big fat stack. All right. So first off, we'll go through some books I just found out in the wild. We got We Live number 5. It was the first appearance of that alien race in this one. So this book is, I think it's like a $20 book now. I found 2 of them on the shelves, so I grabbed them. So that was a nice find. We've got Captain America number 352. It was a $1.50 book, so not a dollar book. But this is the first team appearance of the Supreme Soviets, which includes guys like Crimson Dynamo, and there's a whole bunch of other guys in there. I don't know why Crimson Dynamo is the only one I remember at this. Red Guardian is in there. Shouldn't remember Red Guardian. We got Black Widow on the way. But it's the first team appearance of the Supreme Soviets, and also the first Phantasma. And she's a sorceress who worked with the Winter Guard. So for $1.50, it's a couple of firsts in there. So figured, why not? Pick it up. All right, so last week we had Amazing Spider-Man number 63. I can't really tell you too much about it. Didn't read it yet. Also, last week's books we're just going to go through real quick, so we won't touch up too much on them. We got Firepower number 10. We have Immortal Hulk number 45, which is kind of blowing up. It's like a $10 book now. We've got Marauders number 19. We got Shadecraft, which was option number 1, right? And now we're into, and this one was actually a really good book. I liked it. Now we're into this week's books, right? Wrong. We still got, we got Venom number 34, second to last, Kate's book on Venom. We have King in Black number 5. Whew. Venom went like Super Saiyan in that book. Sheesh. We got Batman number 107. We're still going. These are the big books of the week. We got Geiger number 1. All right, we got Fear Case number 3. And we've got Noctera number 2. All right. Now finally, this moment, we are into this week's books. The stack's getting too big. Gotta put it down. All right, this week's books. All right, so we got Joker number 2. This is the first appearance of Bane's daughter. If you were lucky enough to grab one of those 1 in 50 secret variants that stores didn't even know what they were getting with Bane's daughter on the cover, you got yourself like a $250, $300 book right now. Pretty sure it cost, I don't know who was charging just $50 for it, but some of you out there might be lucky. But you've got yourself a nice big book. There is a lot to unpack in Joker number 2, but we see the Joker has made a lot of enemies, not so many friends. We've got Commissioner Gordon kind of on his mission. He was up in issue 1. He was offered the chance for millions of dollars to go, I think it was 25 million or something, with an unlimited black card to just go find the Joker and kill him. Obviously, that's easier said than done. It's the Joker. So, he calls Batman and kind of asks him for some advice and stuff, and then Oracle gets involved, and then you just see a whole treasure trove of villains in there just planning stuff out. The Joker has sent a lot of things in motion. There are a lot of things that can go in this book, a lot of different paths. It's an interesting read. My mind was blown at the end. And then we have I got the B cover. So this is the Brian Stillfreeze cover. So I thought it was cool. You got the Joker sitting here kind of laughing, and then he's got his reflection in the table. A little bit different than what he's doing. So I thought that was a cool cover. And by the way, this book is It's at least $10 now, $10 to $15 book. Both, any of the covers, all because of that first appearance of Bane's daughter in the book. All right, next up, we're going indie. We're going with Jenny Zero from Dark Horse. This book is now only supposed to come out in May. I think what happened was they printed a page from issue number 2 into issue number 1. So there's a random page in there. That's about it, really. It was going for as high as $40 on eBay yesterday. I think now it's, 10, 15, $20. So pretty crazy, but these were recalled. They are off the shelves at most stores. Some stores still have them, obviously. My store pulled them off today. So they had them yesterday. I grabbed one yesterday. And then he had pulled them off by today. All right, next up we got Proctor Road Valley number 2. This is Grant Morrison and Alex Child. It's a really good book. I enjoy it. I like the interplay between the young kids. And basically these kids go out for a ride to the desert. A group of boys disappears. They accuse the girls of helping them to escape into Mexico. This was during the draft time, so during the Vietnam War. So they think that they helped those boys escape. But what really happened is there's some messed up ghosts out there in the desert, and those boys are not coming back. So it's an interesting book, really good. I like the dynamic between the characters. A lot of interesting, personalities there. Nobody's too cookie cutter in that book. All right, Kanto returns, right, with City of Giants, the City of Giants, and this looks like it'll be a fun little 3-parter. But basically, Kanto comes back. He's trying to help out his friends again. Kanto's always trying to help out people, and he's off on another adventure. So this is a great book. A lot of heart in this one. I love it every time I pick it up. It just makes me feel good. All right, last in the indies from Image, we have Homesick Pilots number 4. This was the last comic in the first arc, and it sets up for a very interesting second arc. I love the writing, love the art, love the story. Didn't know how it was going to end, and I like the way they ended it. Ends on kind of a cliffhanger, but enough is done for it to be an ending, and I'm really looking forward to 2. I just hope the way it ends doesn't mess up the it was a very it was just a very well done book, and now I could see it going like, when a movie, the first movie comes out, it's done very well, does an excellent story, and then you get like a big budget and you just go off the rails, and then everything fails because you go too far, you don't rein it in enough. I hope that's not what happens with the second arc of Homesick Pilots, but it's a very good book. I love it. Trade should be out next month. Go ahead and check it out if you want to get it. All right, next up we got Spider-Man. This is Spider's Shadow number 1. This is the variant edition. This is a Ferry cover. Ferry, I forget the guy's first name, but I just like the symbiote kind of attacking the Spider-Man mask there. So it's a really good book. This was a really good book. At first it read a lot like the 90s, like it's supposed to happen around issue 258, and it read a lot like that, a lot of text, not a lot of action. But Chip Zdarsky does an excellent job of bringing that in, and then once the engine kind of gets going and it warms up and the car's ready to go, he like hits the throttle, and by the end of this you're like, oh shit. And there's excuse my language, by the way, but there's 4 issues, so you're like, oh shoot. And it's a what if, so it doesn't happen in the real timeline, but these the what ifs have always intrigued me, and so this is a nice. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and it's good. You should read it. All right, next up we got Thor number 14, another Donny Cates arc coming to an end. He should be continuing on Thor though. Thor comes back in the Destroyer suit to fight Donald Blake. He's got a lot of backup, and they basically take care of Donald Blake, and at the end Loki is giving Donald Blake, he's giving Donald Blake to decide his fate. And I don't think this is the last time we've seen Donald Blake, and I don't know. But Donald Blake is now, Thor considers him his brother, so that it was an interesting turn of events for that comic. It's good. I really enjoyed it. I like the finale. I may have enjoyed it more than I don't know why I'm blanking on it because we just went through it. But I definitely think I enjoyed it more than last week's King in Black. So, because at least Thor had some help, some friends, and Thor is a god. So we've seen Thor go big. Venom went to whole new levels in this one. Like I said, Super Saiyan. It was almost a bit much. Like I would have enjoyed if Venom got just a little bit of help, but it's cool. Last but not least is Daredevil number 29. Folks, this is my jam. This is my book of the week, read of the week. We're not even going to bother talk about anything else. This is my favorite comic, Daredevil. All right, Daredevil number 29. If you're not reading Daredevil, go ahead and read Daredevil. I enjoy it immensely. I think Zdarsky's killing Daredevil. He's just an excellent writer. Mostly everything he touches is golden, and he's got the Elektra complex thing going with her being Daredevil. He's got Daredevil in prison. He's got Daredevil's twin brother, Matt Murdock's twin brother, playing him in real life, out in the real world. So there's a lot of stuff going in there, a lot of things weaving in and out, a lot of moving pieces, and I really enjoy this Daredevil with Elektra being that, the Daredevil. That book is fire. It's hot. Get the trades, read it. I really enjoyed especially the last 10 issues. I think it's definitely the best comic, for me anyway, the best comic on the market right now, superhero comic. All right? From Marvel, superhero comic, best one on the market, hands down. All right, folks, so that's all I have this week. Thank you for joining me, comic fans. Do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get excited about the comics coming out next week. Thank you for joining me. Peace.